mean, we
I
just
know, I was telling her, like, you know, you watch those TV shows and you're like, man, I want to go hang out with them. Like, they look really fun. And I was watching the podcast. I'm like, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It
we
is.
try to be.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, yeah, we wanted you on. I'm like, what? Really?
No,
So excited you said
absolutely.
yes.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Same.
Yeah. All right. You want to do a little intro?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Kathy.
And today we have with us,
Amanda Neff.
welcome to
Yay.
Drama Mamas.
Yay! Thank you. Thanks for coming to hang out with us today. We're so
So
excited. Yeah, excited to have you here.
Amanda is a middle school drama teacher. God bless you.
Oh,
man.
Lordy.
Yep.
The
So
drama you must deal with.
I was just
Yeah.
about to, with it being middle school, I can only imagine.
They are something else.
Yeah.
They are a different breed, and I swear it is not like how it was when I was in middle school, how you guys were in middle school. It's just the stuff they have to deal with now is, you know, the technology and pressures that we didn't have.
Yeah.
And none of them are going through the awkward blue eyeshadow and body glitter and ridiculous fashion phases that we all went through.
bangs.
Yes. Like they're not
Like the
awkward looking
high
like we
bangs.
are. It's not fair.
They're way more
The
fashionable.
Aquanet.
I think it's
They
social
are.
media. I think it's like
Yeah.
TikTok and all that. They
I
know
think
what
so,
actually
too.
looks good
Yeah.
and not, because I did not have
I mean, if
that.
I had that as a resource, I probably would have had a very different look.
Oh, I know I would.
But you know, I grew up in the era of like Jinko jeans and you know like
Jinko
Wait,
jeans?
what are
jeans.
Jinko jeans?
seriously.
Yeah,
I
I grew up
have
with
no
like
clue.
Cavaricci, like, like
I
you
don't know what that is.
You like half roll your jean, you know, you
you
do the
peg
little
'em.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah, and like
Yeah, I need to
wigwams
know.
with the high top Reebok sneakers, like
No, like
total
so
80s.
Jinko, they're coming back actually. Jinko.
Okay,
jeans.
well explain to us.
But
what
they're
that
like the ultra wide jeans,
Yep.
like the crazy ones. So you're just like
Oh.
floating on a teepee of jean
is. Okay.
on each leg. Yeah, I mean it's like a shit ton of fabric. Like seriously.
They're huge.
Yeah, and they
Did you
weigh
have
like
Jinko jeans?
55
I did
pounds.
not.
Okay.
Angela, how did we miss it? We must
Well,
be a little
I'm
bit older.
old.
Yeah, we're a little
I
bit older.
was an 80s,
Yeah.
70s and 80s child, so I missed the
Yeah.
whole Jinko.
Yeah, I'm all like That was like 90s.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that.
Yep.
Oh, so I think we
Yeah, I'll
refer
grab
to
a picture and
those.
insert it into
Wow. That's
I
fantastic.
video.
think those were like skater jeans back when I was.
You would kill yourself
maybe in
wearing
middle
those
school.
skating. It would get caught up in your
Well,
wheel.
I don't know. I guess they did that.
I don't know.
Did you have a pair?
I had several.
Okay, so
They
we're going to
weren't
get
quite-
pictures of that.
They weren't quite that big, but you see what I mean about the triangle of jean, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's a teepee.
TP. Yes.
Yes.
Where are even the legs in that situation? Like, where are your actual legs?
They're in the
They're in there.
Well, I
Yeah.
know, but like that's just crazy to
But
me.
and in order to get that kind of shape, they had to be like thick.
Right, like stiff, right?
Yeah. They were
Wow. And then what kind of shoe wear is underneath there? Does
Doesn't
it matter?
thick. Vans.
Vans. Okay. Okay.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
well, that feels like a Halloween costume right there.
So
Next
this is
year.
what middle schoolers are dealing
Yeah.
with right now.
Pinky has some like pants now that are kind of like that. I was gonna say jeans, but they're not jeans. That are kind of like that, but they're not Jinkos.
No, but they're
Okay.
cute.
'Cause that shit's
That's not
expensive.
cute.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's a lot of fabric in there.
It is. A lot of really stiff
3
jean
pairs of
fabric.
jeans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so what kind of
amazing.
trends are you seeing with the middle schoolers?
Well, what's funny is they're now wearing what I wore in middle school because I was a little bit after the Jinko jeans. I was the flare pants and the cropped baby doll shirts and the blue eyeshadow and the little choker necklaces.
So like the
and-
Beverly Hills 90210 college years.
Yes.
Okay, let's just
Britney
get this
And
Spears
it's
clear.
kind
coming, yeah, Britney
Yeah.
Spears-ish, early, late '90s, early 2000s was me in middle school, and that's now what's becoming popular. So, like when we did lockers last year, and we were setting it in the '90s, I asked the kids, what's in your closet, and I didn't have to buy anything for costumes because they all had stuff out, and it looked the same.
Wow.
It's so
Okay.
weird. to
And
have
by
them
the
come
way,
together.
for
Bucket
lockers,
hats.
I did buy the hair crimper for Lily Kate, and I crimped her hair.
Yes.
And she hated it.
Yes,
Really?
I heard all about
Oh,
that.
I was so mad. I wanted her to.
That's
yeah.
also a 90s situation,
Yeah.
the hair
It was
crimper.
amazing.
I know. She was upset with me when I said that I
Really?
had encouraged this. She's like, what? No, you're supposed to say no. I said, no, actually, that's accurate. And I think it's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Oh
She's
my
like,
gosh.
Miss Neff.
Are you seeing like the little clips in the hair now? Remember that in the
Little
90s?
butterflies.
clips.
Oh yeah.
Some of them, yes. And now
Okay.
they are a token of affection.
Oh.
So
I
like
didn't
you
know
would
that.
give
Like,
a
can you
class ring.
scrunchie someone?
Yeah.
Yes,
But
we had
now
the
it's butterfly
scrunchies.
clips.
Now it's the butterfly clips, and you see the guys have them, and they're on their lanyards.
Oh
or,
gosh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So check your kids' lanyards, see how many butterfly clips they have, and just passing them around.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. So is it the more the better? Like is it
Wait a minute.
Happy.
well, I don't know how these kids are.
Bedpost.
Oh yeah, I mean, because the boys
but
are
I
collecting
mean,
them from all the
right, they're
girls
collecting
that
them,
they
yeah.
think are cute or whatever.
Yeah.
That like, oh, I think you're cute. I'm gonna give you one of my butterfly clips. So you
Okay.
see some boys coming into like musical theater at the end of the day, and their whole lanyard's like full of butterfly clips.
Right.
I'm like, what have you
And
been
they're
doing all
feeling
day?
like the man.
Oh
right
yeah,
then. Yeah.
It's a status thing.
You're
apparently.
macking.
Nice.
They are with their butterfly clips.
Did you say they're macking?
They're macking.
Macking.
Oh God, I don't know what that is either.
I said brown chicken, brown cow to Angela earlier, and she was like, "What's that?"
Do you know what that means?
Yes, I do.
I'm officially old.
Oh, it's okay. We're keeping you young.
I know.
Yeah, there you go.
Sounds like the noise. That's
Well, now that you say that, it makes perfect sense. In the moment, it did not.
She understood what the meaning was,
Yeah.
but
Right.
but you were taking it a little bit
Literal.
Yeah,
I was thinking like chickens and cows.
She's like, who's got a brown chicken?
Oh God.
All right, we're getting off topic.
Yeah, that happens
a
quite a
lot.
lot.
And this is how middle school goes.
Yeah.
We started here, and now suddenly we're over here, and I don't know how we got there. They
Oh
don't know
my
how we
gosh.
got there, and just
So,
here we are now.
as a teacher, that's got to be difficult to navigate like that middle school social game, right? Like today they're
Yes.
friends, tomorrow they're crying because they're not friends anymore.
Yes.
But then by the end of the day, everybody's friends again.
Yes, and that is what I tell them, that, you know what, it's okay. Like, and I tell them, like, I went through the same thing in middle school, that, you get to fight second period, and by the time on the bus at the after school, you're fine. Or maybe
Yeah.
last a couple days, but, I tell them, if they're truly your friend, it's going to work itself out.
Yeah.
And if they're not, then you might as well let them go now.
Yeah.
Than
Right.
waste any more
Okay.
time.
That's very true.
So.
And how stressful, right, for those kids? Like they have this big
How
falling
stressful
out.
for the teachers.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
And now these kids have to go into the classroom, and you already only have 40 minutes to teach these little
Yep.
minds, and they're already all upset because
Yes.
so and so said this, and now you're like, no, we have to learn about whatever today's topic is.
Yes, and then we have
Yeah.
the crushes, and then we have the
goodness.
breakups, and
Oh, gosh.
and then I'm trying to make scene partners, and
Oh.
now they're all thinking I'm shipping them together. I'm like, no, actually, I just pulled two numbers out of a hat, and that's the stars you're sitting on. So here you go.
Stop. Do they use that word shipping?
Shipping.
yes.
I had to learn that. Pinky taught me that one.
I do know that one.
Yeah.
I learned that from watching The Bachelor.
Oh, jeez.
It's always back to
Jordan
the
would
Bachelor.
understand. I'm sure.
I know. We have like a whole 20-minute segment about you guys talking about The Bachelor
We do.
at the end of a podcast.
Do you watch any of The Bachelor stuff, Amanda?
I do not.
Okay, well then I won't. I
You're probably
digress.
too busy watching like Barney and Paw Patrol.
Bluey.
that kind of-
Bluey is on our house
Oh.
24/7.
Oh, Bluey
Yes.
and
Bluey is
Bandit.
awesome.
Yes.
She's 3, right?
My little one is almost 2.5.
Oh, okay.
So-
I'm aging her.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So say not yet.
Oh,
I know.
yeah. So Bluey
Savor
is
it
your life.
while they're young
Yep.
and captive.
Yeah, exactly. And not worried about butterfly clips at the moment.
Not yet. I come home every day. I'm like, okay, we're skipping middle school. Okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna
right.
just
Yeah.
skip right
You're
past that.
homeschooling.
So I've had people tell me that middle school is like the new high school.
Yes.
Like that's the level of craziness that we're dealing with. Yeah.
Just the stuff that they're aware of, the, like I said before, the pressures they're dealing with, and even the academics. It's not like when we were in school. It's a lot harder.
Well, and I hate that my kids have to come home worrying about lockdown drills and things like that. Like that's a
Yes.
whole nother stressor for them.
It is, and that's scary, because when you're practicing those, you don't want to make it scary for the kids, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like, I would die for you, but I really don't want to die for you. So if you could please stop talking and fussing about who's squishing who over there, like just,
Shut it.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
No, that's true. Like you want them to understand the seriousness of the situation without really
out.
scaring.
And I don't
Yeah.
know, like, how much exposure do they have to the news with their parents? What are their parents telling
Right.
them? So if I tell them too much and I send them home crying, it's going to be, Mrs. Neff said we're all going to die or something, and then I'm getting a phone call.
Right.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I need them to understand, if they call lockdown, your booty needs to go in my office now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do not
So-
pass go. Do
Right.
not click, yeah.
And they're pretty good about that. And we talk about also, like, in my room on my rules poster, I tell them I have 2 rules basically: or 2 jobs rather, to keep you safe and to help you learn. And everything I'm ever possibly going to tell you is going to fall under one of those 2 things. So, like, why do I tell you not to chew gum? Well, to keep you safe so you don't choke while you're doing, an acting scene. Why do I ask you to be quiet? Well, that's to help you learn or whatever.
Yeah.
And they know number 1 job is keep you safe. So that means I will do whatever it takes. But I also remind them now, I said, it's different for me now. Like, I'm a mommy too, and I have a little one who's expecting me to come home. So I need you to...
Yeah, you have to cooperate.
Yeah, we all got to work together. And then
Yeah.
middle school likes to ask me the most ridiculous what-if scenarios. Well, what if this? What if that? What if whatever? And I keep going, what is my number 1 job? What is my number 1 job? Keep you safe. I said, if we have to run... Because fortunately, my room, opens right up to the back of the school, and we can hop the fence, and we're in that little neighborhood there. I said, if we're running, you better keep up, because I will be yeeting you over the fence if you're not, because we're going.
Right.
But if, we need to hide, we're going to hide. I said, I can't answer your question. We're not in this situation. I said, you just need to trust that I don't want to die.
Right.
And I don't want you to die. So we're all going to whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. And like the middle schoolers get it, and you can talk to them about it a little bit more. But then I teach first grade also, and we just had a lockdown drill the other day, and I had first grade, and they all like looked at me and like looked at the ceiling and like completely forgot what to do. And I'm like, go to my office, go to my office. And so they all lined up in this really nice little neat line in front of my office. I'm like, no, go in my office.
Yeah. And they're all proud of themselves.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
line. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just like real
I'm
sweet.
the line leader. No, you're the line leader.
Meanwhile, I'm over like, dimming the lights and pulling my little blackout paper down. I'm like, go, go, go. I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to wait. Go.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
goodness,
hard.
hurting cats.
So you had the 1 first grade class, and then everything else is middle school, correct?
I have first grade and 3rd grade and 4th grade, and then middle school.
Okay.
So,
That's a lot.
K through, yes, it is a lot. It's 7 different classes running all day long.
Wow. With 7 different projects, right? Like,
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but I have it written down.
Well, we're going to improv.
You'll
Good
be
day
fine.
for improv.
Improv and movies always fits one of my
Yeah.
standards.
Act like a banana. Let's see it. Go.
Yep. But
Exactly. It takes some time to think about that.
I know. I mean, that could be difficult.
So speaking of acting like a banana, what are some of the games or different things you do with them to kind of help them train for acting?
okay. I have one that I've been playing literally since I started teaching, and it's just called the walking game. And it's a pantomime game, and I say, walk around the room like you're floating through space. Walk around the room like you're carrying something heavy. And walk around the room like an animal that lives in the ocean. And I try to incorporate sometimes what they might be learning in their classes, like different animal habitats and things like that. And then I say hold, which, also is training them to, to freeze and all that. And then I switch it. And it's great because it can go on as long or short as you want it to go. It hits a variety of different things. They have to be quiet. We think about our facial expressions. We think about what our body is doing. We work on keeping our body in our own space and not touching other actors. And so they really like that one. And it's funny that you said banana because I do have one called bacon where they literally lie on the floor and I pretend to turn the heat up and they fry like a piece of bacon.
Gosh, that's awesome.
Oh, who doesn't want to be
It
bacon?
kills 30 seconds at the end of class. It's great. I have one called Secret Agent, and this is all just stuff I made up. I have one called Secret Agent where I literally just play the Mission Impossible theme song, and they run around and pretend to be spies, and they have to be on their assigned seats by the time the song's done.
That's awesome.
So you see them like rolling on the floor and talking to their watch and pretend they've got a grappling hook. It's hysterical. And then the older ones, they do things that you see on Who's Line, like party quirks, or they really like Why Are You Late, where they have like the office workers trying to pantomime to the late worker why they're late. And then the boss, it's almost like Sharks and Minnows where the boss keeps turning around trying to catch the office workers not working.
That's cool.
Yeah. They like that one. And they I do one at the beginning of the year called Move Your Butt. And it's basically like a getting to know you thing. Like move your butt if you, have siblings, and then they all get up and have to switch seats and stuff like that.
That's
So
a
yeah,
nice
we have variety.
icebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
They like
find
that
some
one.
kids are more reserved, or do they just kind of all get into it?
For the most part, by the time they get to me in middle school, for the most part, they're all getting up and participating. I don't have a lot of problems with that. And really, it's because it's kind of peer pressure. Like, everybody's doing it. And if you're the one who's kind of being lame about it, then you're the odd one out. They all want to fit in, and this is what we're doing. It's not optional. And I told them that. I said, okay. They're like, oh, I don't want to do whatever. I said, oh, well, are you going to tell your math teacher today that you don't feel like adding? And they're like, no. I said, okay, well, then you're not going to tell me that this is your subject right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And that works pretty good. And then for the little guys, if they're really resisting, I don't push it. It's 40 minutes once a week. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're tired, and it's not worth the battle.
Yeah.
But
so at the school that you're at, for the older kids, is theater and drama, is that an elective for them, or is it something that they have to do? A requirement?
A little bit of both. So the way our school works is because we are arts magnet, they get to pick what they call a major. And they have 8 periods a day. They take 4 academics, and then their major, whether they've picked theater, dance, visual art, orchestra, band, or chorus, they get 2 classes of that. And then depending on their schedule, they get 2 additional classes. So sometimes that might be where remedials fit in. Maybe they want PE. And then they could also take electives, which they can cross into other disciplines.
Okay.
So the theater majors, they each take a theater class and an acting class back to back. And theater covers history, technical, things like that. And then acting is usually straight up scenes or monologues.
Okay, perfect. So hopefully, ideally, the kids that you have, older kids, are there because they want to be there.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
For the most
Because
part,
that can make a difference, you know?
It does. Makes
Yeah.
a big difference. And I will remind them, like, you picked this.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
So-
you're stuck with me.
Yeah, I don't have to say that often,
Pick
but
your poison.
yeah, you picked, and here we are. You're in 8th grade now, so
Yeah.
we're gonna keep going. But yeah,
That's awesome.
So, but you do have kids that are. So you've got the lottery kids who've come in because they want to be and part of the magnet, and then you also have the local kids that's their zoned school.
I'm not sure actually. I gotta be honest. I'm not 100% on how magnet works. I'm not sure if. I mean, we do have a lot of families that live close, but I'm not sure if we count as a zoned school or not.
So you pretty.
We're
People
pretty
are there
much-
because they want to be there,
Right.
Which is great.
That is great. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear the principal say all the time, we're a school of choice. So you're applying to be there, and that's why I remind them too. Like, your parents picked for you
Right.
to be here,
Right.
Yeah. So we want
Get
to
the
make sure
most of
we're
it.
making the most of it.
It is so cool that my child gets to go to school every day and do something she absolutely loves. Like, that to me is like, what a gift that is. And it's a public school. It's not, we're not even paying for
Right.
this. She
Yeah.
gets to act and she gets to sing and she's in dance this year. And she just, that is the coolest thing ever.
I know. Pinky's so happy when she comes home. Michaela didn't go to a school like that. She just went to what she was zoned to for middle school. And what a different experience it has been
Yes.
for Parvati to be able to
Yes.
go to this school of choice.
Absolutely.
And you're her favorite teacher.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Yeah.
Although I will say there's a lot of good teachers at that school.
There really
are.
are. The
Amazing.
talent is just, I mean, not just in the arts department, but even into the academics. Like, it's really an incredible staff
Yeah.
that are masters of their field. So it's a good place to be. They get a good education there. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to Molly going someday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Someday.
So
Do they have a VPK?
they do.
Okay.
So I got like a year and a half, and then just coming to school with mom.
Perfect.
Oh, you can't ask for a better setup, you know? Oof, that'd be
Especially all the way
great.
through 8th grade. Hang on to her for a while.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, eyes on you, kid.
Yeah, for sure. So for
Watch it.
you, what kind of came first? Was it your love of teaching, or was it your love of theater? And then, oh my God, I get to combine the two. Like, what?
So I had a weird path to. I come from a very musical family,
Okay.
and some of them have done theater. Like, my mom did opera, and my dad was in theater. That's actually how they met.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but when I went to school, I started as a music education major.
Okay.
And then at that point, there was a big hiring freeze. So I switched to elementary education because I wanted a job. And then I was.
It's important, yeah.
There's one music teacher and like 7 first grade teachers. So I figured, my odds were good.
Yeah.
And I loved teaching, elementary school. I taught first grade, second grade, third grade, and it was a lot of fun. And then at the same time before that, I had gotten into theater in high school. Because I
Okay.
had been a band kid in middle school. I didn't have a theater program in my middle school. But I took drama 1. I told the kids really just kind of because my friend picked it, because we thought it'd be an easy elective. And then I absolutely fell in love with really getting to know theater. And then college was busy with education, so didn't do much theater. And then one day my dad was looking for something fun for us to do. And he saw that this local community theater was putting on Aida. which is his favorite show.
Yes.
So we went to go see Aida, and it was a wonderful production. And then I saw that Les Mis was happening. And Les Mis is my hands down top of the bucket list. I have loved that show since I was a little kid, can sing every last note show. So it'd been forever since I'd done theater, took a shot, auditioned, got cast in the ensemble, and was, living my best life.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, so then, I was heavily involved in that community theater. And then at an elementary school in Lakeland that I had been working at right before, my principal approached me about starting a drama club for 3rd through 5th. So I did that, and we did a few shows, did that for a couple of years until the theater position opened up. And the reading coach at the time at my elementary school is married to someone on staff at.
Okay.
So I got the inside track there. And not only is she a great teacher, but she loves theater. She ran this drama club, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Heavily involved at the local theater.
Yeah, it's a great fit,
So I came in and interviewed and got the job, and
Nice.
it's a lot of fun. It's exhausting, but I get to do theater every day, and I get to work with kids like Lily, Kate, and Pinky who live and breathe it like I
they
do.
do.
And it's so much fun. It's so rewarding seeing this next generation coming up that, for all I know, I got a future Tony Award winner in my class right now. Like, how cool is that? Like,
Yeah, you probably do.
You never know.
I know.
So it's probably one of your two.
Either way it would be.
Listen, we wouldn't be surprised.
Right? So it's awesome. So that's kind of my roundabout lengthy story on how
you got there. Yeah.
Connections and opportunities, and
Yep.
and that's what I tell the kids. It's all about making connections. I said the theater community in Lakeland is small, and everyone knows everyone, and they're always shocked with how many people I know at the community theaters. And I'm like, yes, I know who that is. Really? Yeah. I said I can check up on you.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
love that.
So you've not only been on the stage, but you've worked as stage manager? Did I get that right? Okay.
Yep. They had me, I had acted in various shows, and then they needed a stage manager for their production of The Graduate. And I had never stage managed before and had really no clue what that meant. But they're like, oh, this is an easy one. It's a straight play. And so they had Laura train me. And then off I went. And then I got bit by the stage managing bug. And that was a lot of fun, too.
It is a lot of
It's
fun.
fun, isn't it?
It's a lot. But it I don't know. It's so worth it when you're up there in the booth and you're calling the cues, and like all the little things that the audience don't even know about just clicks, and a cue lands perfectly, or it's just like there's excitement up there and nobody knows it but you, but
Right.
it's
Yeah, because they
it's
can't
awesome.
see you dancing in the booth.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, yes.
Well, and like you said, they don't realize all the little things that are coming together.
No, they really
You're
don't.
just like so into the story that things are happening around you. And
Well, how like intimately you get to know those shows. It's very different than having to learn your lines. I feel like, doing Elf and being Deb and Elf, I was focused on what was happening with Deb, all of that, versus like stage managing I Love You, You're Perfect. That was it. I like got to know all of those characters, and the whole show had such meaning,
right.
And it's funny just because you really do live and breathe it and know every little part. I remember I was stage managing Cabaret, and there was a police siren that went off like late at night, and I think one of my cues was based off an air raid siren. So I sat up, like bolted up in bed, and called a cue, like out of a dead sight. Just like, this police alarm go off. And I'm like, wait, what? Where am I?
Oh my
I'm like, all right, I'm
gosh.
gonna go back to sleep.
That's
So
funny.
it's really like it's in your
It
soul.
gets in there.
Yeah, and even now to this day, some of the songs from shows I've stage managed, I can hear where the light cues go, still, and it's just part of it. Like that show is your baby once the director hands it over. So.
Now, you said you didn't get into drama till like 9th grade. So how are you so talented? Like, clearly your parents are talented. Did they kind of nurture you along the way, teach you how to sing and do those kinds of things?
Yep. Like I said, my mom was an opera singer, and my dad was heavily involved in theater. My mom has been music director at several churches, so I did church plays and things like that, and she did voice lessons with me, and I played flute and took piano lessons, and was just kind of surrounded by music and performing my whole life. It just wasn't like a real training in drama didn't come until until high school. But arts are, we keep joking, we're kind of like the Von Trapps when we all get together. Like we all, we'll take over the church for Sunday and all sing together and
Oh my gosh.
can make our own band. My family played at my wedding. They made like a brass quartet, and
Oh, that's
everybody can
amazing.
kind of do a little bit of everything. So
That's cool.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Get your own like van and travel around. Like,
should.
like
Little
that.
VW. Oh, the Partridge Family.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Family.
I'd love that show. Oh my
I
gosh.
knew you would. I was like, oh, Angela will know the name of that.
All about that. When you're doing a school play, you're kind of director, stage manager, costumer. You're a little bit of everything.
You're a little bit of everything, and that's what's nice, that at least there's two of us teachers, so we can split the load. So when my partner is directing, he's real good with the technical, so he does, the lights and the sets and all that kind of stuff. And then I do the costuming and helping with makeup and hair and, just kind of backing him up on whatever he needs. And then when it's me, who's usually doing the musical, he still does all the technical stuff, same things. And then I'm still usually figuring out costumes and whatever. And then I like to get the keyboard teacher involved as the music director because she's amazing.
Oh, perfect.
And so nice to work with. And the kids love her. And that takes that load off, that if she's doing a music rehearsal, I can pull a scene, or I can go pull some costumes, or,
Right.
find other stuff to do. And the kids love to help. And they take over a lot of it. Like we have a student stage manager that we train, and they call the cues, and one of us is just back there supervising. We had that last year, being, the calming force. I forget what it was. Something happened during, I think it was lockers. No, was it lockers? No, it was all together now. And a cue, I don't know, something didn't go when it was supposed to.
Oh, it was
And
Mary Pop, the Super Cal.
yeah. And all of them, you just see the color draining from their faces. And they're all like, oh my God. And it's just like complete like meltdown. I'm like, okay, stop. Let's try this again. All right, are you sure you pushed whatever button? And sure enough, they hadn't pushed whatever button was.
Oh gosh.
And we went on, but but it was fun watching them learn how to do that process also. And that helps. And I have the kids help me with costumes, and I'll pull them over, like if they're working on something, like, hey, what do you think about this for this character? Things like that. Or they try on stuff during class and they get all excited about that. So the
And then
kids are
some of the
big users.
dance kids, didn't they do some of the choreography for you?
Mm-hmm.
The dance majors?
Yeah, that's always really nice because of the
Yeah.
three, dance would be my weakest. I tell my kids flat out in musical theater, I am an actor that moves on a good day. So we do like daily 8 count and stuff this year, which I know both Pinky and Lily Kate complain about, but that's okay. I think they
Oh, I get
secretly
to
love
see
it.
it all the time. I'm like, show me your next date.
Yep. But yeah, having, just relying on the kids and their talents is really, it's a lot of fun to see because it's their show, really. So the more ideas they have and the more that they can bring to the table and take ownership of it, I think the better it is. And that I'm there just to guide and give suggestions and, little tricks of the trade that they may not think of just because they don't have the same experience. But I'm hoping for some student choreographers coming up on the spring musical, which I can't announce yet because we don't have the rights just yet. We're so close.
Darn those rights. They're always kind of a
know.
sticking point.
Getting in the
Yes.
way.
Dang right.
I know. I got to keep moving
Got
it
that
up.
droopy mic.
It's like,
She
yeah,
does
it's
have
the
a droopy
one.
mic.
It just slowly sags down, and I'm like,
It's Sunday afternoon. It's like ready to take a nap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
exactly. So we came to, my family came to see, Lily, Kate, and Pinky and all of the talent that you guys have. And we were kind of blown away because we had never
Yes.
been to a show, had no idea what we were going to walk into and watch, except knew we had like, awesome friends and whatever that we're going to come to support. And from the second that the lights went up, we were like, okay, all right, let's see this. And
Yeah.
it was really, really good.
Oh,
So
good.
those kids, you could tell, put so much effort into what they were doing.
Yes.
And that, I think I even said to you, I was like, how long did they have to put this together? And we were really impressed because I'm like, oh my
Good.
God, so we're super excited for the next one.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. We'll be coming to see it and
Awesome.
cheer our
Good.
family.
yeah.
I hadn't heard that one before either.
made that
I'm
up.
learning so much today.
yeah.
So I'm always impressed with the amount of time you put in outside your contracted hours.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
applaud you. I bow down. Like, with the junior thespians, with the shows. I know you're late doing light cues and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm sure all the majors, more than a regular classroom teacher would have to put in outside hours.
It is a lot of extra hours, and the other majors, they have their equivalent of junior thespians. They have solo and ensemble and all county and all state, just like we have our Act Fest and thespians and all that. So they have their own things as well. But usually, if they're using our theater, then anything that's using our theater requires us also to be there and house manage. So that is an extra thing that's tacked on us. And they also, like, their ensembles are their classes. So when we're doing the shows, it's a mix of everybody in the school. So they have to come after school, whereas they can do a lot of practice time during their class time, which does help them out. But yeah, it's a lot of hours. But fortunately, we both have supportive families who, my partner's got a sweet little puppy that I know his family helps out with, making sure that the dog is fed and got something to drink and gone out and all that. And Molly goes to grandpa daycare, which
awesome.
is our house. And, so he hangs with her if I go to stay late, and my husband adjusts his work schedule to make sure that, grandpa's not dying by the end of the day.
Right.
So, and they're both very supportive of that. My dad, obviously, because he was in theater for so long, he, absolutely loves that I have this job.
Yeah.
So that helps, for sure, to know that your home stuff is taken care of. Well, you're with your work family, your work babies. So.
Yeah, I don't think people often appreciate how much goes into that. So,
well, thank you.
Everyone out there listening, be nice to your teachers.
Yeah,
really hug a
a lot
teacher.
goes into normal teaching, let alone
Right. All this extra. I mean, like you spent all day with us the other day at districts.
Yeah.
Longer than I was.
Yeah, you were there. You were there past us.
Yeah.
I think you
Yes.
tapped out.
Yeah.
She was like, "No, we need to go."
Yep.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so when it comes to costumes and things, is there a budget that's involved in that? Or are you doing a lot like you're at Target and you're like, oh, hey, this would look great for such and such character. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up on my own.
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
We have a very, I mean, the closet itself is not big, but it is stuffed to the brim, like you can't walk in there. Room of just costumes from various shows that we've done, things that have been donated. Disney donates a lot to Polk County, and so at the beginning of the school year,
That's
before the kids
fantastic. I
come, we
didn't
can
know
go and pick through and
that's
steal
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then, we have a budget, all the profit that we make from the fall ball we did and our shows and anything else that we might do, we can use some of that towards costumes.
Okay.
In the case of the particular show I'm hoping that we're working on, I know 2 community theaters have recently done it, so I'm hoping to make some friends
some,
and see if we
hints
can borrow
there.
a few things.
We can maybe help out with that too.
Yeah.
And our fine arts director for the county is really good about, hey, what do you need? So I know my first show at we're doing Little Women, and everybody had gotten like these little red capes, like picture like what a caroler would wear in the snow, but we only had a few of them when we needed more.
Right.
So I sent an email out to the fine arts coordinator, and she reached out to other schools, and we were able to get some.
perfect. Okay.
So we, and then
A lot of collaboration.
Amazon. Yeah, so it kind of comes from a little bit everywhere. I already have a wish list going on Amazon of ideas I found for the show that I don't have the rights to yet, so I feel like I'm jinxing it. But I'm like, oh, this would be good. This would be good.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you haven't
perfect.
said it yet, so it's not James.
Yeah,
That's
Jinx.
true. That's
You
Been
haven't
able to
published your wish
hint,
list.
but not say.
The kids every day, Miss Neff, any news? Any news? I said, I will tell you as soon as I can tell you something. I
know.
promise.
And the kids are relentless.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
They
I
are.
know, they're already
They'll
planning
try to shake it out of you.
Oh, yeah.
They've already precasted what they think. You know?
Of
Oh,
course
I
they
know.
have.
They always do.
They precast everything.
Yep. Well, we do that too. We
yeah.
did that in high school, and at the local theater. Sometimes you're like, oh, I bet this person's gonna get this, and just, you can't help it.
Yeah.
But
It's just human. So when it comes to that, so there's a big audition process, I'm assuming, right? And then the
Yes.
kids get to come, and do they, is it like when we're at the community theater and you have like a sheet and you put down, what you're interested in, would you take another role? So the kids are able to do a little bit of research and figure out who they want to be. Okay.
yeah,
very cool.
we because my partner and I have both been very involved in our local theaters. And that's the process we're used to. We keep things very similar
Oh, that's
to how it's done there. So they do have a sheet that they fill out and with conflicts and, will you take this role? Would you take another role? And, I tell them, I draw a lot on my experience as a stage manager and being in the casting process and listening to the decisions. I said, we take this seriously. And I have seen people not get cast because they put, will not take another role. And if that's true, that's great. But then I've seen people get upset like, oh, I would have, well, that's not what you said. I can't go hunt you down and ask if you're sure.
Yeah.
So they learn, we treat it as seriously as their local theaters would, especially since you got so many crossing over between. And, we try to make it as authentic as possible for them. So they do that. Sometimes they have to prep, 16 bars for us, just like they would. Okay. When we did Aladdin, my first year there, I knew that was going to be a lot of children.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of Jasmines.
It was a lot of Jasmines. That's true. I remember one kid.
A lot of Aladdins.
She started wearing a tiara to school.
Oh.
And it was an 8th grader, and I had no idea who she was. She was not a theater major. I actually don't remember what her major was.
She became the tiara girl.
Oh, and she said, and it's just like stage managing at the local theaters, because suddenly, when they think you have something to do with casting, or in that case I did for Aladdin, they're your best friend.
Right.
So I'd see this kid and, she'd have her tiara on. I'd be passing her on the way to lunch. She'd be like, hi, Miss Neff. I'm like, hi, kid, I don't know. Because they're like hoping.
Right.
Yeah. But no, for that one, we did A Whole New World, because I figured they already knew it. And I just popped up one girl, one boy, and they sang it through, and next. And then I called them back for everything else. It was just the fastest way to hear, can you sing?
Right.
But then for All Together Now, they had to prep something just because that was such a different
So these shows then are open to everybody that goes to, or just the theater?
4th grade now, right?
This one I'm going to do 4th grade and up.
Okay.
So that we can have more of an ensemble.
Perfect.
If I get the show I want, I am going to have to include some younger friends. And they'll have their own little audition day, and it'll be just for those parts. But yeah, for this one, fourth grade and up, and it'll be it's open to the whole school musical, which is great because then we get the chorus kids coming in, we get the dance kids, we have band kids who like theater, but they really maybe their dad wanted them to play trumpet or something, so they couldn't.
Yeah.
Or they're more into band, but they want to be in theater.
Right.
Yeah.
It happens.
So it gives everybody a
Artsy.
chance to it gives everyone
To
a
do
chance
it.
to be a part of it, which is
You might have some hidden talent in there
Right,
that you didn't even know
absolutely.
about.
Yeah, totally.
It's like
I've discovered that several times before. I think one of my Aladdins was a band major a few years ago. So, yeah, you get all sorts of kids.
How big of a cast are you predicting?
It depends
if
on
it's the show.
If it's the show. Not to jinx it.
Yeah, I know.
oh, we're just talking in circles.
Just need the superintendent to sign my contract, and then I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But 30-ish is what I'm aiming for. But one of my colleagues tells me that I'm the anti-Grinch. My heart is too big, and I always end up taking more people than I say I'm going
Yeah,
to.
that seems pretty
Yeah.
typical from
Yeah.
my
I
experience.
see that a lot.
Yeah,
We're
it's
keeping
40.
the cast small, and all of a sudden it's 60 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, maybe I can double cast. It just kind of depends on who I have. Do I have 2 people to play this part? For Aladdin, I double cast the entire show. I will never do that again. That was a pain in the butt.
Oh, the entire show.
I did.
gosh.
And I had, so there was like 30 in each cast. So I had a bajillion children.
Oh my gosh.
That was my first one. Anti-Grinch. I wanted
Live and
everybody in the
learn.
show.
Yeah, exactly. Live and
I
learn.
had like 110 kids audition, so by taking like
Wow.
60, whatever,
Yeah.
I
It was still half.
almost half. I know, it's horrible. I would
Now
have put them
she's
all in,
like,
but the stage
I'll
was
take
too small.
12.
Yeah, for real. I have the same problem with musical theater. Like I have 22 in there right now. Last year I ended up with 23, and we are all, bunched in there together. And I keep telling them like, make me stick to 20. I'm cutting off at 20, maybe even 18. And how many do I have? I have 22. And I have kids who are like, can I get in? And I'm about to say yes. Because I'm like, listen, there's no space. But can't help it. Like, you got all these talented kids and they're
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
And you want, I don't want to
They're
be the
eager.
one that was like, well, I really wanted to do theater, but my middle school teacher didn't let me in the play, and so I quit and never did it again. Like
In their future podcast, they're referencing you.
I don't want to come up in that.
Your therapist knows all about you.
I don't want that. That's terrible. Like, I want to. My whole job is supposed to be nurturing love of theater, not like squashing your dreams. So it's terrible. I'm going to end up with a bajillion kids in this show too. I'm sure because I can't help myself. So
30 becomes 60.
Oh my goodness, probably.
Does your partner help with the casting and like keeping you in check?
You said 30.
Yeah.
He's like, cut it off, cut it off.
Sometimes he's as bad as I am with that. Like, oh, well, because we try to be like all hard and tough, and this is like real theater, and then we're like, oh, but they did so good. Let's squeeze them in too.
But they're so cute.
Look how cute they were on the stage.
Okay, he's a softie too. But yeah, mostly he helps me, and then our keyboard teacher also helps, so that we have a committee decision. So that way, if we have parents
That's
who
nice.
are, what, my daughter was born to play Jasmine, how could you not ever cast her, and at
Right,
all,
right.
then it can be a committee decision. Here's our scoring sheet. Your
Right.
daughter scored a 1 in pitch. She wasn't sure what song she was singing.
Yeah.
And
Makes
we
it
can-
very objective. you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we, I kind of place people where I think, and I show it to them, and sometimes they have different ideas. A lot of the times we're pretty much on the same page, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's good.
And maybe some tweaks here and there, and then list goes up. But I definitely we like doing things as a committee, because it really just kind of, you cover each other, you're supporting each other. And that way, if there's someone who's upset, everything's very objective, and, multiple eyes were on it, and it just makes
Makes
your
it
life easier, and it
Yeah.
helps admin back you up and all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
So like our experience so far with auditioning for like the community theaters, right? If you don't get a call back or you don't get cast, you just never really get that feedback. Do you guys provide feedback to the kids, so like if they audition, they understand why they did or didn't get cast?
Sometimes. When I was in high school, my theater teacher said, don't ever come to me and ask why you weren't cast or whatever, because my answer is going to be, you weren't good enough. So if you want to hear that, come ask, but otherwise don't. And I've told the kids that. But I also tell them, I'm also their teacher. So, they always get feedback in class on what they did. And if they come and, I really thought blah, 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 then I will sit and I'll tell them, I really liked you did this and this.
Right.
I had to cast this person because, sometimes it might be a height thing or an age thing, or, or maybe this one was a little bit stronger. You have a lovely singing voice. I love you in class. This part's just a little bit too high for you, and I kind of let them know what the thought process is in general, in addition to what may have happened this time. And I try not to get too specific, because if they hang on a certain thing and they don't like that, then again, I don't want to have someone coming back and getting upset with me. But I do also want them to grow. So it's kind of kind of a waltz between brutal honesty and cushioning, and so that way they know.
And maybe giving them something to work towards. Right?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, let's go back to the lab and work on.
Exactly.
Right, because that's always the
This
hard
piece.
part, right? Like they want to
Putting the work in.
improve, they want to do better for the
Yeah.
next time. Some of those things are not changeable things, right? They look the way they look.
Right.
That you can't suddenly make somebody be a different height or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
Or sing a different range. Like that's just kind of how they are. But some things are things you can improve, like
Right.
acting skills or whatever.
Absolutely. So we do want them to understand how to do better and all that, and we also tell them in general like what casting directors look for in general, especially having been a stage manager and sat in on that so many times. I share with them these are some of the things in general, not about specific people, especially if it's someone they might know. But this is the kind of conversations that these people are having. It's the same conversations that all of us at are having, so that way they learn just kind of, if you're going to continue in this, this is the way of it. And then we also talk a lot about work ethic and being coachable and things like that, and how much that comes into play. If you're goofing off in class and don't do your work, I have to have you in class, you're on my roster, I don't have to put you on my show. I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we talk about that. We talk about that beforehand, not afterwards. Like, hey, we're paying. But I remind them ahead of time, especially if they're having an off day. Like, hey, you
Yeah.
think about the show is coming up. Are
Yeah.
you showing yourself to be someone that I'm going to want to work with?
We tell our kids all the time, right? You're always on an audition.
Always
yeah.
So imagine
Always
being
on
like at
audition.
school, it would be the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
the
Every
way
single
you're acting
day.
in the cafeteria or the way you're acting.
Well, we
Exactly.
keep getting this repeat message of work ethic, and coachable's another, great piece, that you may be the most talented person, but if you're not willing to take direction or change the way you're doing something because you think your way is better, that is off-putting to a director or a
Absolutely.
stage manager.
Cost you.
Yep. And I've told them stories, real stories of people at community theaters that have come in and not done their best work and not been easy to work with, and they do not get cast again.
And you get that reputation, right? And you don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, there's one that went from one theater, caused an issue, a big enough issue that the next theater got a heads up.
Oh, wow.
Took a chance, caused the same issue. And then that person went to audition for a big local entertainment company, where a fellow castmate happened to be a decision maker. And when that person walked in the room, that was a big no-go. I tell them, the theater community is small.
It is so
We all know each other. You
small,
never know
so
who you're going to run
small.
into.
Yeah.
So you have to be coachable. And I told them that exact same thing that you said, that I would rather work with someone who is less talented, but is going to work for it. And I had a kid last year who is very talented, and I happened to not put them in one of the numbers. And I noticed while we were working on that number, she was in the aisles of the house every day working on the dance.
Oh.
And one, just because she enjoyed the dance and was just doing it. She had no expectation of anything, and she would never ask. And I looked at her one day and said, "You know this entire dance, don't you?" And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Get up there." And I just put her in the number
Oh my
because
gosh.
she was doing it, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's one more? It's my Grinch heart. So,
First time on the stage. Get up
but
there.
she, and I think that made an impression on the kids too. Like, oh, like,
Wow.
Yeah. Work.
that's how she chose
Miss
to
Neff
spend her
isn't
time.
messing around.
No, like talent is great. Talent is noticed, but work ethic and willingness to, cooperate with others and to try is noticed way more. All the way up. So,
Yeah, you tell the story of the one that road rage. How did that go?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't something I was participating in. It was told to me, but this person had road rage before they actually went into their audition, and when they arrived, the stage manager was the person they had road raged on, and they went in before that person went into the audition and was like, no, told,
Yeah.
and then they weren't cast.
yeah.
You're on an audition always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
have
never
So
know.
watch that road rage.
It's a good thing I don't audition.
I am I mind my P's and Q's way more now. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that was a thing. I will stop the road rage.
Because they talk. For
Yeah.
sure.
You never know. Just be a good human, right? We talk about that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think I tell Lily Kate's class all the time, just be civil. Just be civil. It just means stick to the words on the page.
It feels like they may, and I just totally could be wrong, have settled down a little bit.
They
'cause-
have.
Okay.
They have. I love them. They are.
Are they rowdy?
They're.
Or were they rowdy?
They're like the island of misfit toys, and I've said that to them, so I'm okay with saying that here. I love them. I love her class. I really do. Last year there were some personality combinations that were tough, and then that class, the COVID shutdown was their fourth grade year.
Right.
They spent fifth grade online, and now we're sort of back to normal in sixth grade. So we missed that growing up in
Right.
upper elementary,
Really
and they
affected
came back
them.
to sixth grade, and they were a little feral, and it took a little bit.
Word. I love that. Feral.
Just, but they took a
Wild.
lot of retraining. Like, okay, we are in school, and then you added in there were some personalities that just did not clash, and they
Didn't
were
mesh.
constant. One of my colleagues called my sixth grade class last year the who's who of sixth grade. And I was like, oh, thank you. But they were lovable then, and they're lovable now. They've grown up a little bit, and that class, there's a lot of talent in that class, and there's a lot of kids that really want to do theater. They were just letting the wrong drama
Right.
get
They
in
were-
the way. And now they have a showcase coming up this Friday of their scene work that they're really excited about, and I made it really big and gave them costume pieces and props and all sorts of stuff that we never
Nice.
get to do in class. So they're super excited. So yeah, I love that group. They're ridiculous.
I know.
Just-
Lily Kate would come home. She's a big eavesdropper. I'm sure you've
Yes.
noticed that.
Yes. Peeking over my shoulder.
Oh gosh, I never would have thought.
She's like,
yeah.
These kids
Tell
love-
me the tea.
Oh, she
Yeah,
knew it all.
they love the tea.
And she doesn't tell me stuff this year, so I'm like, it must be going a little smoother this year.
It's smoother,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, they always want me for something. It's like having a whole bunch of small kids. Miss Neff, come watch my scene. Miss Neff, can I go to the bathroom? Miss Neff. And it's like they remind me of Buddy the Elf. Like they just have that enthusiasm. Like, okay, hey Dad, I had some chocolate syrup today. Great news! I saw a puppy. And okay, bye. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm like, don't you have a scene to practice? Like, what are you doing?
Oh,
It's really cute. And then they're like, Miss Neff, when are you gonna grade my stuff? I'm like, hey, when you stop asking me questions?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sitting here trying to do grades while you guys are, rehearsing real quick, and you all want to come tell me about a puppy or something. So.
Yeah, just imagine by 8th grade, you'll have channeled all that energy into their acting and their performing, and they're going to be amazing.
That sounds
And the product.
lovely.
I think it's a great testament, though, probably to the impact you're having on your kids, right? Like they're seeking your approval.
Yes.
They want to involve you. They're excited about you.
Yeah.
So let that, be a
Yeah.
reflection of how you are and how awesome that they think that you are,
I appreciate that. They're
true.
cute.
Oh,
They
they
didn't
love
like you.
you.
They would have
They
wanted to
love
involve
you.
you. They'd
This
be
is
like,
true. They would be hiding from me.
Yes, yes.
But
So-
no, I know all their drama. I don't know why I know all their drama, but they tell me everything, so I know who's
Well, they
dating
trust
who.
you.
And,
Yeah, they
oh
do
yeah,
trust you.
I know all
Yeah.
the tea.
Yeah.
And then they
That's
I'll go to do scene partners. They're like, did you do that on purpose? I'm like, well, if you guys quit telling me stuff, like,
Yeah.
there's only so many combinations
in my
here.
Right. Right.
But
There's no deniability because they tell you everything. So
right.
you
I'm
can't be like, I didn't
so
know.
sometimes I'm like, yeah, I did. Why? Because why not?
Yeah. Because he has your hair clip. So I figured.
I have the power.
If you don't want to be scene partners, then leave each other alone. Now you're over there together. You even have something to say.
I'm always just so grateful because I've got you and I've got your partner that come in with all this experience and knowledge, and our kids get to experience that every single day and get to grow and learn with you. And I'm just unbelievably grateful. Because, like you said, we had a different middle school experience with my older one.
Yeah.
And the difference is just crazy.
Yeah, it's night and day different.
Yeah.
It like they come home happy.
Good.
They
Good.
like their school. They like their teachers. They love you. Yeah, it's
Yeah, and they have stuff to look forward
Perfect.
to. Like, oh, I get to sing my song tomorrow,
Yeah.
or I get to do my scene tomorrow.
Yeah.
well, and it's only 3 years that they get to spend with you, but it's like the most memorable 3 years for them.
Right.
And so then they go on to high school and they're like, oh, I have to go back and visit.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, when they come back. I know that Pinky's sad that this is her last year
That's
with you.
right. I keep
I'm
forgetting
sad. It's
that.
my last year with Pinky, so there you go. And I'm already like, man, I'm like, year and a half. I'm like halfully done with Lily Kate already. Like, what the
I
heck?
know,
It goes
it's
so
crazy.
fast.
Yeah, it does
So
fly.
crazy.
So now with Pinky matriculating to fine arts, let's just cross our fingers on that. We know she's going to get it. Do you get to have some sort of say in that? Like, are you able to be a reference, or how does that work for her application? Like,
Okay. I can be an arts reference for Harrison
Okay.
if they're applying for that. Or anything else. I've had someone was just applying for a job and wanted to know if I could be a character reference for them, and I said, yeah, sure.
Nice.
But every year I have multiple kids asking me to be a reference on their arts
Yeah.
application for
Okay.
whatever schooling is coming next.
okay,
We did.
good. I wasn't sure.
Hers is
I don't know
already
how this
done.
works.
We're planning to, so
Sent.
you got
Yeah.
every year, but
You have to get 2 for going into Harrison.
Okay.
And so, yeah, she was one of them.
She's one of them. You're like,
But you don't get to know what they say.
oh, okay.
It like it used to
Sure,
be
it's
when
fabulous.
Michaela first auditioned for Harrison. It was like written, and they had to give it to you in a sealed envelope, and then you had to deliver that sealed envelope.
Like sealed.
Yeah, and it still had to be sealed, so you couldn't like look. You didn't get to
No.
know. Now it's all
No
electronic.
steaming it open. Or,
No, it's all like
we can do that.
they just send me a link and I open, and I like this so much better than the handwritten one because my hand was
bet.
cramping up after doing several of
so
them.
you can just type it out.
Yeah, you just type it out and it just ships straight off, and I give them the
that's
number to
great.
put on their application to connect the two things,
Okay.
and then it's done.
Is
She
there
was
a,
horrible. We're going to fail her so she can stay with me one more year.
She's not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep her. Is there a high percentage of kids that matriculate from into Harrison, or of those that
Yep.
apply? Okay.
Yeah, we have several that go. I don't know what the numbers are.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
But
I figured because you're not like sister fine arts.
I've always
you know.
heard it referenced to, like was a feeder school.
Yes, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what stats go behind that, but I've heard a lot of
don't know
people
either.
say it.
I mean, I used to think, and this is my own naivety, like, ignorance, but I always thought that if you went to automatically got into Harrison.
No,
But
unfortunately.
Nope. Big fat no-go on that one. So you still have to, apply and do all of that. But I would think that they would look highly onto that. You've already had that experience. You've already done shows. You've had some of that academic,
I think the lotto
immersion.
going into though is just that, right?
It is just a
Yeah.
lottery for once they're there. If they put in the work like your girls do, then they know that we're I don't want to call it a product, but that what we're producing at is
quality.
And that we if we're recommending them, we recommend them. And there's a few references that I've basically found a nice way to put. You would be a fool not to take this. Like this kid is meant for this.
We were born for it.
Yeah. And but yeah, and I think we've had a few kids maybe not get in or get waitlisted or things like that, and I always tell them just to hang on because people move, things change, and then many of them by midsummer they still get in.
Yes.
So most of our kids, if they want it, they get it. But they because they've worked for it.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
so
I
that's
just recently
good.
found out that they only take 12 or something at
At
Harrison.
least in the musical theater. Yes.
Yeah. Woof.
Yeah,
12 a year, and
it's
a
very
competition.
competitive.
Yeah, it is very competitive. And then you got to think about the ones that are moving into our area because they've heard about the school. Like,
Yeah,
we know there's
we know.
one that's coming
Yeah.
Probably too.
too. Okay, we'll have to offline talk about that since we don't try not to mention the other names.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, they're
It's-
literally
it's-
moving into the county.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
they're moving in so they can go to Harrison. I mean, it's a lot of
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a little stressful.
I know.
It is. But I tell the
That's
kids
January's
also-
problem.
Yeah, I know it comes up so
It
fast.
does.
But I tell the kids also, and Harrison is a wonderful school and a wonderful program, and there's so many great opportunities there. But we also tell them that that's not the only path.
Right. It's not
in
the end
life.
all be all.
It's not.
Yeah, no.
And again, it's great, but like I didn't have. It was band or chorus in middle school, and then in high school we did have theater and we had more of the arts. But I went to a regular old high school, like a George Jenkins kind of high school that did a variety of things. And we happened to have a wonderful theater program because we had a wonderful teacher who built it into an amazing program. And I had good experiences and did thespians and all that. And I'm sitting here today.
Yeah,
Still
with a great career.
with a great job with theater in my life every day, and I didn't go to a Harrison. That wasn't a thing where I was. And so if you get in, great, I hope you love it. But if not, and I tell them, like, your art will be there for you when you need it. Like, I had been not involved for a long time, and then Les Mis popped up at that community theater just because I happened to go see a different show, and then now and that all led to this series of events. So you just never know. So
Yeah.
it's amazing if you care about your art, and it comes and finds you just like love. So
Aw, it does, right? Doors open when they're supposed to.
That's right.
exactly.
Absolutely. And you get the roles you're supposed to get.
Hitting myself.
And then you don't get the other ones.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's okay too.
Yeah, it's totally okay. Rejection is good.
Yeah.
It's part of the process. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
is. And that's how you get better.
Yeah.
Right.
So hopefully you're going to get back into the theater at some point.
I would love to. My
With
spare
what time?
Exactly.
All that spare time.
Yeah, if I'm not at I'm at home chasing my 2-year-old and I'm just soaking up time with her because she's
Yeah.
funny.
Well, you have the best role right now, and that's
Yes.
being a mom.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's going to be fantastic. So now, will you? Obviously, your family's going to expose her to arts and music and all that wonderful stuff.
Yep.
So you may become your own drama mama.
That's
Yeah.
right. A
One
momager.
day.
You get to be a momager.
A
momager.
momager.
Oh my gosh, that term.
It'll
we
never
just
die.
learned that.
Well, do you see glimpses of it yet?
Oh, for sure. You should
Yeah.
hear that kid with her renditions of Wheels on the Bus and Alphabet. And even today, she's just started singing some of these songs that I've been singing to her forever, where she's doing Wheels on the Bus. And I don't know, that must be a very big bus because every animal is on it and they've got the wipers going.
Oh my God, I love it.
But, she's 2, so she can't get all the words. So, like, out of nowhere, she'll be going, horse, neigh, 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 up, through, And I'm like, and then I realized, oh, the horse is going neigh, neigh, neigh all through the horses on the bus.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
It's like the Ark. She's got all the animals.
Oh, for real. It is like the Noah's Ark of Wheels
I
on
love
the
it.
Bus there with everything is on it. And she does the most, she was singing it. She loves Olaf. And she was singing it to her Olaf in the car yesterday on the way home. And she's like making Olaf's hands go like swish, swish, swish.
Gosh,
And,
that's
so
adorable.
cute. So yeah, she's going to come by her arts talent.
Well, especially if she's
naturally.
hanging out with your dad too.
Yep. They do all sorts of songs and stuff all day. And, I come home and sing with her, and my husband sings with her. And so, yep.
That's awesome. So if you were to go back, what would be your dream role?
Oh, goodness.
I won't say if, when you go back.
Yes. Exactly.
I would love, honestly, just to be in the ensemble of something where I'm not in charge. I don't have a whole lot to learn. I just get to be a part of the show and sing really fun songs and just be in it.
Yeah.
Being in the ensemble of Hunchback is on my list just because
yes.
the music is
Yeah, that's
incredible.
amazing.
Just stick a choir robe on me and stick me in the corner somewhere. You don't have to light me. Just let me go sing the music for a little bit. I want to do that one. I got real tempted by Into the Woods. I just didn't have the time for it. I would love to do that. 'Cause I would love to do Baker's Wife. I think that part would be really fun. I think I'm still in the right age range for that. What else? There's a show called They're Playing Our Song, and I took a scene and duet from that to state when I was in high school, and it's just a 2-person show about a songwriter and a lyricist, and I think that would be a really fun show to do. Nobody ever knows what it is or does it, but
You can bring it to
I
the
really do
theater.
like that one. So
Yeah,
get my own
we're
theater,
still
just produce
theater
it.
novices
and
anyway.
it's meaningful
like-
to you. You know,
Yeah.
it's meaningful to you, so that's important.
But yeah, Hunchback I think would pull me out. Anything else that would be a good ensemble-y show? Because I think the ensemble's more fun. Honestly.
It is a lot of the fun ensemble.
Oh my goodness, it is. It really is.
Oh my God, I love that fun ensemble.
After we saw Hunchback a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
Lily Kate and I got in the car, and she just said, "I just need a minute. I need to just sit here for a minute," because the music was so powerful.
Yeah, it really
that you
was.
just,
The whole
like,
show.
were so
Well, the show was so
moved.
good.
Yes.
And they did such a great job of it at Harrison. Like, I mean, they put on amazing shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, goosebumps.
Yeah. We literally sat there for about 5 minutes, just like, okay,
Yeah.
I've processed
Like,
it. Now I
digest
can-
that.
Yeah. Okay, now I can go back to
And
real
I think
life.
we talked about it for weeks after. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
We left there and we were like, "That's like a Broadway situation right there." I mean,
Yeah.
that could have easily just been, bloop,
Yeah.
change the theater.
Yeah.
Here we are. And those people are.
It's so
God.
good. It's so good.
Those kids.
And that was one of my favorite movies as a kid when that came out. And then the music's even better
Oh, it's
in the
amazing.
show. It was just,
Yeah, we're learning a lot through this whole thing because I grew up going to shows, but more of the classical ones, the
Right.
Phantom, Les Mis, that kind of stuff. So I'm learning so much through my children about
Right.
all the different shows. And
Yeah,
you
same.
know,
I like once Pinky started getting into theater, and her and Lily Kate would have conversations. I'm like, I don't know
what they're
any
talking
of
about.
this. Like I was a band nerd, so like I went to the Macy's parade, and part of like the shit you got to do when you go to New York, right, is go see a show. And they took us, and we got tickets to Phantom of the Opera. And so we saw Phantom, and of course, yeah, that's an amazing show. And then I did a lot of trips in band. I did a trip as an ambassador or whatever for Florida musicians, and so we went and did like 16 countries like 7 countries in 16 days or something like that. And when we went to
That
London,
sounds
we saw
fantastic.
it was amazing, by the way. But
As like a high school student.
yeah, it was outside of the school system.
Okay.
oh.
But I got recommended by my band and
Yeah.
teacher at the time, or a couple of them, because we had 3. We were a huge band.
Yeah.
But I saw Les Mis in London, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. But like, I've not seen anything else really. I was drug a couple of times to our local community theater once we moved here to Lakeland, and I saw Peter Pan and Grease, and I was like, holy shit, this is in our local community theater.
Right.
But like, I didn't see anything else those seasons. Like, theater just wasn't like on my radar for some reason. So when the kids start talking about stuff, I'm at a loss.
I'm often nodding my head like I know exactly what they're talking about.
Well, sometimes you get to, but most of the time not. Right?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
With other adults too, like, oh yeah, I'm singing this from this. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Don't know any of those.
Love that song.
Unless it's like an obvious show.
Right. I know.
No clue.
So
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
yet to learn.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
I know I'm always trying to steer them back to some of the classics and things like that because they're all talking about. I feel like every show that they come up with that they're auditioning with, like the songs that your girls sang. Oh, I know those shows.
Right.
So now I'm like feeling like behind and having to research this stuff, but I'm always pushing them back towards the older stuff and just like go experience something else. Let's get off Beetlejuice for a second.
Right.
Beetlejuice is great, but like like there's a whole catalog out here of stuff that I don't even think you guys have heard of. So.
No, it's Beetlejuice and Mean Girls. That's the only things
Beetlejuice
that
and Mean
matter.
Girls. I'm like, listen, like go back a little bit, even to Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde actually has a really good soundtrack. That one's
I
fun.
didn't even know
You know,
Mean Girls
Jordan
is
said
on
the same
Broadway.
thing actually, and because she was like, "It's so much better. Legally Blonde's music is so much better than Mean Girls."
really
but the
is.
kids are like stuck on Mean
They are
Girls.
very
They
stuck
are.
on it. Yeah. We're actually going to Legally Blonde when it comes in January.
That's it's coming to the RP Funding Center, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should get us tickets too, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel I'm going to be dragging her kicking, screaming because it's just not. It's not the one she's interested in.
Oh.
I mean, I got her tickets to the one she's interested in. It's going to be down in Sarasota or something. The tickets are up on the fridge.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Well, they gotta
For
give this
Mean
stuff
Girls?
a chance.
yeah, for Mean Girls.
Right. Sometimes I'm like, you're going to see this. Like my grandmother did to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to go see Phantom of the Opera. I was stalling, getting dressed in the bathroom. That was back when you like dressed up, like full on
Put your
prom
pearls
gown.
on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she got so mad at me 'cause she came in and I had this control top pantyhose and she just grabbed him and yanked him up. We're going.
Was your crotch all the way down here?
Oh yeah. She was ready to go. Let's go. It was horrible.
We all know what that feels like. I'm
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
That's
you
the
gotta
worst.
waddle your
Like
way
waddling.
in.
Yeah.
But she took me to all those things, and I'm so grateful now that she did because I have had experienced all that, but not the new stuff, not the Beetlejuices and
No,
that
I'm
kind of stuff.
behind.
Yeah, as soon as those tickets go on sale, because they're
Oh, yeah.
they're touring here. They're coming to Dr. Phillips, maybe they're coming to Dr. Phillips or
Yeah.
something like that. And so when they get the tickets, I'm gonna get her some for that too. I'm gonna get us all
she's gonna
tickets
need
for
to.
that one because I love that show.
Yeah, it's a good show. I didn't even. When did Mean Girls come out as a musical? I didn't even know that was a thing.
I don't know. I knew it was a
been a while.
movie.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like
like-
Heather's. I knew Heather's was a movie, and the kids
Yeah.
were like, "Heather's like the great music, blah blah blah." And I'm like,
That's
I
a
had
musical,
no fucking
too?
clue.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. I'm like, okay, Christian Slater and Lindsay Lohan are now coming to the stage.
No.
they're
They're
not.
not.
But Winona Ryder, sorry. Oh, so she did Beetlejuice, obviously, and also did Heather's, but clearly she's not on the musical.
No.
But that's just interesting that time frame is all those shows,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I squirreled on you. Sorry.
You did.
Yeah, a little bit.
I do that.
It's okay.
You know what? That was
Happens.
your first squirrel of this episode.
Oh, I
I'm
love
so
it.
proud
There you
of you. We usually squirrel a lot more. Any advice you have for kids who want to get involved in theater? What can they do to?
Just do it. Go try. If you're really serious about it, go take some classes. Both of the local theaters offer a bunch of classes. Take voice lessons, take dance lessons, and go. Just audition for stuff. Just go try, because you never know what's going to come for it. You never know what someone might see in you that you maybe haven't seen in yourself yet. And it just, it's worth the worst thing that's going to happen to you is you don't get in the show. That's it. And then there's always another show that you could go try for that. Like it's not a one and done kind of thing. You can just keep going for as long as it's of interest to you. So just, go try, go do it, take some classes, take some training, go figure out what it's all about and, go have fun with it. You don't have to be the best at whatever. Just go
Be
do
in
it
the
because you love
ensemble.
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
Yes,
jump
be in the
in.
fun ensemble. That's the best
Ensemble.
part.
Awesome. Any other questions from you guys?
No.
Okay.
I think so. I've had so much fun meeting you.
Yeah,
me too.
And I can't wait to do some more. I can't wait to see the next show.
Yeah.
Once y'all know what it is.
Officially know what it is.
Yeah.
We're so close.
Hopefully
I just need them to sign it and pay for it because I can't sign it myself. I have to go through the district. As soon as that happens,
Do you think it'll be before Christmas?
I'm hoping. Listen, if they tell me that it is signed and it is paid for and we're just waiting on them to actually ship it, I can find the music for this and we're just gonna go.
Start going with it.
Nice.
If it's in the mail, we're just going, whether
right.
it's actually here yet or not. Because I would love to be able to send them with their scripts home over the break. And
yeah.
know
Yes.
and not
That
have the
would be
waiting.
nice.
And just go for it.
So you can
And
go ahead and do the auditions and everything before Christmas.
I
type
would love to.
situation.
It's going to be a blitz because this week is already crazy busy with the parade and seventh grade
gosh.
showcase,
Oh,
and then so that really
great.
gives me 2
Forgot
weeks
about
to
that.
get it auditioned, cast, read through. Here's your script. Have a good break.
Oh, wouldn't that be fabulous though to have that
It
all
would.
settled?
That's what I did for Aladdin, and that was really, really nice. But I also, with the theater being renovated, I knew, when we were doing Aladdin, I didn't have to worry about that. So we had that ordered in like August. Whereas this one, we just found out. And as soon as we found out, we're like, okay, go. But now it's, it's a process to get it. So
Yeah.
we're,
Is there somebody we need to call for you?
As if we have
yes,
sway.
but I don't want to get in trouble.
We have all this power.
Yeah, the
Pretend, right?
theater
Something you're not telling
renovation
us, Angela.
pictures look amazing.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to be really, really great.
Can't wait to see it in person.
I know.
Yeah. And it's coming along. They've poured a lot of the concrete. We got the new steps in. The ramp is up. The booth is all framed,
Oh,
and
that's so cool.
It's going through a reno?
yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's gonna look completely different.
exciting.
just the house. Be less of a slope. It's more wheelchair friendly.
Okay, some more ADA.
Yeah, we were
Gotcha.
not quite because it's a historical building, so
Yeah.
it was a little out of compliance.
Sure.
So we're adjusting that. And,
Okay.
yeah, it should be good. We've been looking at paint samples and picking out carpet colors and.
Nice.
Oh, that's super
It's
exciting.
been fun. So we're like holding up my AP's tie to like some of the carpet swatches. Like, well, that looks kind of like the theater curtain. Come here. And we're like pulling this tie down. I'm like, okay, yeah, that would match. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't like that one. That one looks like okra. And he's like, what? So it's been fun. I'm really excited to see it done and to christen it with this new show that
Yes.
I can't because I don't have it yet. So close.
Well, hopefully that'll happen soon, and you can get
Yeah.
that done. And
Get our producer on, whipping some people so they sign stuff. and
Right?
Pay for things. That's your job now.
He's the whipping boy,
just add that to your list.
producer
Yeah.
slash
Everything else.
whipper.
Putting that on
That
the
what
business
she said? He's
cards.
gonna whip people.
I guess that's
Zipper.
what she said. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thanks for
today.
having me. This was really fun.
And let's go hang out, not recording.
Definitely. I would love that.
Those are the conversations everybody wishes. that they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
For sure.
That's the real tea.
Like this week, we're gonna have our puppets. You guys are gonna get to meet Bumble. Like, I mean, we've seen. I showed with you guys what we saw from our puppet master, puppet maker, whatever that title is. Anyway, just the pictures of that, but I haven't seen it either. So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be there's a shit ton of puppets. Well, okay, so you guys have Bumble, but then you're also gonna have a Rudolph puppet.
Okay.
You're gonna have reindeer
'cause he
puppets and Santa's sleigh as
Okay.
well. So you'll be very busy in Puppet Land.
goodness.
Did you order your jumpsuits yet?
Yes.
Mine
Okay.
came in.
Yeah, I have to. I
haven't tried
gave
it on.
the kids the code to the lockers down there so they could go get them because they came for us too. So
It looks like
Yeah,
a
I just ordered
Ghostbuster
mine yesterday.
situation.
But it'll be here by
like
Tuesday.
white Ghostbusters. Yeah.
We need a little symbol on our back. We can put this on
Like a
the back.
little bumble.
Yes.
A drama mama symbol.
Print it out. You just need a little one.
little one.
It doesn't have to be big.
I know.
Yeah.
We could get little pins made and just put them right on our thing.
Sew on a little patch.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh goodness.
Amazing.
So how's your week been? We had the holiday.
Yeah, we had
the
Thanksgiving.
holiday.
What'd you guys do for Thanksgiving?
It was just the four of us, and my mom came over, and it was just really quiet, but Lily Kate insisted on a traditional Thanksgiving meal, so I, pulled out all the stops and made the casseroles and all that, and it was wonderful.
girl.
And I did a little turkey breast because I didn't want to cook a whole turkey, and it was actually really good.
I love those ones that don't have any of the bones in them. Yeah.
That's what it was.
You just slice
little
it up,
butterball. It
slice
was
and slice.
delicious.
Yeah.
I don't even
Put
like
the
turkey.
gravy on there. You said it was gluten free, so that's fantastic.
That's perfect. Yeah. How about you guys? Where'd you go?
My parents.
Okay.
My brother and his wife actually did all the cooking.
Oh, nice.
We made, well, I say we. I don't do any of the cooking. We all know that. But people watching us don't know that.
They don't know.
I'm not a cook. I make a mean grilled cheese sandwich, but that's about the extent of my skills. So Chris made macaroni and cheese with like Ritz crackers. Oh gosh, it's so good.
Oh, that does sound
Yeah,
good.
it's kind of like salty and then the crunch and the anyway, it's good. And then he spent all day making macaroons.
Oh my gosh.
And we had a whole thing full of macaroons to take, and we brought home none.
Oh, that's
Nice.
too bad. Yeah. I was kind of hoping there might be a few left
He'll
over.
make more when we do the get together, the drama mamas
Yes,
get
yes,
together
yes,
for
Yes.
Christmas.
We need to plan that and come up with a date.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, so he made macaroons and that, and then I bought pumpkin pie.
Did you put it in your own little tin?
No, I
make it
totally
look
left
homemade?
that. I left it in the box.
Did you have to like literally cut the paper of the Publix, you know, like you have to do to crack it open?
Yeah. When we got there, I was like, "Here, guys,
Priced
and
in.
out."
And they're probably very, very happy to have
Yeah.
some pumpkin pie.
Well, my mom was never really the cook kind of growing up. Like she always did the cooking, but it was not like her thing. It wasn't her
Yeah.
jam.
Yeah.
You know, it was always like, I'm sorry, Mom, I know you're listening to these podcasts, but like, you know, burnt hamburger pucks and really dry turkey
She
for Thanksgiving.
tried.
She did try. And to be honest with you, I actually like stuff a little more on the toasty side because of it. Like I grew up eating that, so it's a comfort to me.
Yeah.
So like Chris always gives me so much shit because I'm like, hey baby, when you heat up the appetizers, can you cook mine a little longer, please? So
Do you like your steak well done because of all?
I did for a long time actually,
Okay.
but I've found like given time I can
Right.
learn to eat things differently.
Yes.
I'm a lot like I have a lot of things in common with Michaela and her Asperger's with this, but like the textures of things, I'm very sensitive to stuff. And so I've had to learn to kind of overcome that because there can be a lot of flavor to be found in things that are not like burnt to a crisp.
Right. Right.
You know,
Sure.
surprisingly.
And not carcinogenic as well.
So I actually like steaks now more medium, little more bloody,
Okay.
which was, you know, I'm never going to be a rare girl for sure, but
No.
there's a lot more flavor in a medium steak, for example.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I feel you on that one. My mom is a hockey puck hamburger. Like she'd be like, when you think it's well done enough, put it on a little bit more. I mean, that's just how she is.
Yeah, and I mean, you can
Yeah.
add some liquid to it, like put some ketchup on it or something, then that makes it. One steak sauce.
No, it's true. And so I grew up like that too. And so when I met PJ, he's like a medium rare type of guy. And I'm like, well done. And we'd be sitting at dinner waiting for like 2 hours for our meal to come out. And he's like, that's your steak we're waiting on. And I was like,
He's like, mine was done a while ago. I know it's still mooing when it comes
Right.
out, but
And it's cold now.
yes. Or we would go out to eat and then we want to share something. Well, we can't do that because he wants his this way and I prefer mine. So we've learned to kind of meet in the middle. And we're like, so now if we're going to share something, it'll be a medium. So I know I will eat probably around the outside and then take the rest of mine home because tomorrow when I heat it up in the microwave, it's going to be perfect.
right.
Yeah. So I feel you on that piece.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how what our parents, you know, what you brought in, you know, the nurturing.
But you
versus
don't
the
realize
nature.
people do it differently for the longest time. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
still realizing people do things differently than my family did. Because
Yeah.
you just think that's the way everybody does it growing up.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the funny thing is, if you think about it, really, like the internet has changed a lot of our ability to see beyond our own kind of zone, you know?
Yeah, it's true. We're not in our own little bubble anymore.
No, I mean, so if you just grew up like kind of in your own little bubble and you didn't like have the ability to experience, of course you would think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's like this. Everybody eats
Everyone's
hockey
just as
pucks.
crazy.
They're delicious.
Yeah. I mean, look, in all fairness, if I was going to cook, it might come out like that too.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I say a mean grilled cheese sandwich. That's what I make, but it's like I like it slightly toasted more, and I like it flattened. Like I sit
Oh,
there
yeah,
and
you gotta
press
mush
it
on it
into
with
the
the spatula.
Yeah,
Gotta
Yeah.
press on it.
which Michaela likes it that way
Oh,
too.
I love
for
it that
all
way.
you know.
Smush it.
So anyway,
Hey, well, the important thing is it works for you.
it does.
And it works for your family.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
Chris is kind of the cook, right?
Yep.
For you guys. Yeah, that's how it's. I don't really cook. I mean, I
You
can.
guys are so lucky. Oh, I have to do all the cooking.
Aw.
I mean,
I'm a little
clean-
bitter. I did clean
I do
too.
a lot of the cleaning.
Yeah, I clean.
Yeah.
I don't know. PJ does a lot of cleaning too, but I'm sure your hubby brings a lot to the table too.
He does,
You know,
just
in
not
his
the
own
cooking
way.
and cleaning.
Yeah, no, that's okay. You know.
So you guys went to Georgia.
We did. We drove all the way up to Georgia. Had never been.
Like
to,
how far into Georgia did you go?
So a little bit west of Atlanta.
Okay.
So we drove
All the
through.
way.
Yeah. So we like drove through Atlanta. Had never been there before. Of course, it was dark by the time we got there, and so the kids are like, "Oh, look at all the buildings!" You know, lots of fun because they don't know. You know, which is gonna why when we go to New York City, they're gonna
Oh,
be
gosh,
blown
they're gonna be blown
off
Oh, gosh, I
their
can't wait.
Socks. Yeah. So, and we brought the dogs. So, for listeners that don't know, we have 2 rather large Labradoodle mixes. And
Yeah, if you don't know the dogs, you'll meet them on episode. That was the first one.
Yeah.
Episode 1. Go
were
back to
thirsty.
episode 1.
yes, and you'll hear them
And they're
drinking
lapping in the background. My
and
goodness.
panting and whatever else they're doing back there. But we love them. We call them the boys. They're 2 years old. They're quarantine puppies that we got from neighbors down the road. Anyway, so I say that because they're not socialized very well. So we
Oh,
weren't
right.
sure how this was going to roll, but we all climbed into PJ's Pathfinder. And let me tell you, those dogs slept like they were fantastic. We could have not have asked for better.
Awesome.
Yeah, for
It's hard to travel with animals.
yeah, and they did great. They laid down. You know, we had one kid here in the second row, one kid in the third, and then had the other seats down with comforters, and they just laid out, did their thing. We stopped twice on the way up, twice on the way back
Wow.
for them to go out, and they peed and did their business, and we give them a little water, and they'd hop right back in. Of course, now they bark at everything.
Well,
Because,
yeah, that's
you know,
their way.
They
Yeah,
do live in a
they're
little
barkers.
bubble. You know, so other dogs and people and things are exciting. So, yeah, but that was great. So we did that. We got up to PJ's brother's house. They have a beautiful home in Georgia. And the dogs, they also have 2 little children and 2 little girls. And so the dogs were not quite sure about that. So they spent their Thanksgiving, the dogs, not the kids, downstairs in their finished basement where we had our own space. It was great. We had a kitchen, the
Yeah,
whole
that's
9
nice.
yards.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
because it's just not worth it. Because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, they are just dogs, and so we did not want to make
Yeah,
the girls scared or
definitely.
anything because they would just bark at them. Like it's almost like they didn't know what to do with these
That's
little.
what they do with
humans.
Pinky every time she comes over.
They do, and I think because Pinky's right
Yell
on
at
that
her until she
borderline.
sits down, and then they're like, "Okay, now be there." They're so serious about
They
it.
are, and they just like want to corral her, you know. And so I think Pinky's probably the shortest human that they've seen, like her
I
and
know.
Gabby, you know.
Look, I know you knocked your thing over,
I did.
but she's like, this one slowly drifts. That's what's funny. Look, she's on the shot, so
doing
she's.
great.
Well, I will tell
she's
you.
growing.
Doing great.
Sorry to interrupt for
No,
just a second.
you're good, you're
So
good.
every year for Christmas, I make my mom a photo book. And I also make one for Lily Kate of her shows.
Aw,
Nice.
you're such a good
It
mom.
takes forever and a day. But one of the things I noticed was how much Pinky's grown since last year because I was doing pictures of states from last year.
Okay.
And the size difference between Lily Kate and Pinky was like she was half of Lily Kate. And now she is definitely grown. Like it's really to see that difference in what
I know
9
when you're
months.
with her every day, you don't see it the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I'll have to send you one of those pictures because it was like
For
oh my
sure,
gosh,
yeah.
she's grown so much.
Yeah.
Okay, back to your story.
Yeah. No, it's true. And so when they saw these little humans who are, 3 and 5, or they were like, oh, what is this? I mean, and, Mark's littlest is literally like right at Blue's height, and so like in her face, like, I'm like, oh, I don't trust. He's like, you don't trust your dogs? I said, it's not that I don't trust my dogs. I love my dogs. But at the end of the day, like I said, they're just dogs. And so it is not
Not worth it.
the stress. It's not worth the worrying.
Yeah.
And they were totally cool with it. But anyway, so they did great. And then we drove home. Took us 10 hours to drive home because we had to stop at Buc-ee's.
Oh my God, don't do that
Which-
again.
Listen,
What is the deal with people love that
I
place?
No, but
What is it?
Buc-ee's.
So called
It's like a
Buc-ee's.
Walmart gas station.
Like on steroids. This place is huge.
it's like a mall.
Is it
and
in
a food
Georgia or
court.
something?
It's in Georgia.
Well, they have one in Daytona now too.
Oh, do
Oh,
they?
okay.
Yeah.
Is it just as big? I wonder.
I don't know. I've
don't
only ever
know.
been to that one. I'll never go again.
I mean, I understand.
Sorry, Buc-ee's lovers.
That no, I don't ever. Need
People
to go
love this
again
place.
either.
It's chaos.
It is complete chaos. The
Mm-hmm.
parking lot is complete chaos. I don't know how many pumps of gas they have there, like gas pumps. they go on for days, it seems like.
Okay.
And they have like a nice spot where you can walk your dog, but of course nobody picks up after themselves after their dogs. Like, that's just disgusting. So you have to be careful and make sure they don't step on dog poop.
Take that back home with you
Oh, God,
in the car for 10
little
hours.
Souvenir.
Gross.
Oh, it
Smell
so gross.
something?
Oh, dog shit.
Who farted?
Who farted?
Exactly. So we pull over, and now when you drive with PJ, you only stop when you need gas. So like, God forbid you have to pee
Oh, no.
or something.
I'm not
You're
traveling
peeing in a
with PJ.
cup, or he has gotten a lot better, especially since we had kids and stuff. But I mean, we used to drive from Jersey to Florida, like hardly stopping, like. Wouldn't be like now we do it in
Like,
2 days.
I shouldn't have had that cup of coffee.
Yeah, no, he will put
Like
you on
dehydrate
fluid.
yourself for 3 days before you go.
He'll put you on fluid restriction.
Yeah,
He's
the
like,
problem is, as soon as I know I can't go to the bathroom,
then
I
you
have to pee.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
now,
That's all I can
Totally.
think about.
It's bad. So we're like, okay, we're going to stop at Buc-ee's because it's like 2.5 hours away from where his family lives. And then it's like another 2.5 hours from Gainesville, which was going to be our second stop. And then you go home from there, right? So those are your 2 stops. So on the way to Georgia, we didn't stop at Buc-ee's because people had to pee prior to us getting there. It was getting dark, whatever. So we said, on the way home, we'll definitely stop because we have been told what an amazing place this thing is, okay? So we
It's a
get
farce.
there, total farce, Walmart on steroids. I do realize that it's probably one of the major like traveling weekends, right? So it's probably one of the busiest times you could go.
Sure.
But the boys had to go in first because remember, it's all like a logistical nightmare when you have these dogs because like me and PJ have to walk them, but the kids aren't old enough to go into especially a place like Buc-ee's by
Yeah.
themselves because they will
They'd
be
never come
abducted.
out.
Yes.
Or they would just get lost in there.
Yeah, they would get lost in there. And so I'm like, we had to like, walk the dogs first, get the dogs back in the car. Then Max and PJ went in. They had to come out. Now remember, this is also our like lunch break. So they have to find some sort of food. Okay. So they come out like 40 minutes later. Now I'm exaggerating.
No, but it probably was.
25 minutes later. Yeah, probably.
It takes that long to walk from one end to the other.
Oh my God, it does. And so I'm calling him.
I'm serious.
And I'm calling
Not kidding.
PJ, and the phone's ringing, and it's in the back of the he leaves his phone in the car. So I call Max. His phone says, well, I don't know. We're at their mercy. So now we're just sitting there with hot panting dogs because he's got the keys. I can't even turn the car on.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, long story short, he goes back. I take Gabby. He's like, well, good luck with the ladies' room because the restroom, the line is literally like wrapped around the joint. So, oh my God. So I was telling Angela, the best thing about this Buc-ee's situation is that they have a very strong-willed, loud woman in their restroom that's like the attendant. And this woman directs traffic, okay, into the different restrooms, okay? She'll say, 2 over here, 3 over here, you go here. I mean, just totally directing. That
Pinch it
line-
off, folks. We got line. Other people
No
gotta
pooping.
pee.
We don't have time for
That's
that.
right. No pooping in here.
Liquids only.
Exactly. I mean, and I'm like, Gabby, come in with me because I don't want her, going inside. She may go in the stall. I may never see her again. This place is huge and it's packed. So luckily, it was a very nice restroom compared to, rest stop situations that you encounter
Sure.
on the highway. So it was a nice bathroom experience. But other than that, I could completely do without.
I never have to
The
go to one
Buc-ee's.
again.
No, they even had a person. I guess the Buc-ee, the mascot is like a beaver.
I think.
Yeah, and this dude is dressed up. I'm assuming
Got a
it
hat on.
could be a woman. Yeah, like in the full like Buc-ee's like character Disney outfit.
no.
Where you could go and get your picture taken
Oh, good
with
heavens.
Buc-ee the beaver. And so I'm like, no, Gabby. And Gabby's like, just get me out of here. I'm like, I'm trying, babe. And we just now the best thing about this is while you're standing in line, they have a huge billboard that talks about if you come and work with them, how much money you will make. And you can just be like a store clerk, cashier, and make $16 an hour.
Wow. That's
Their assistant managers make $100,000 or more, according to said billboard.
Huh.
I know. Be the car wash manager, you're clearing $150,000. Car wash
are you
manager.
working around the clock?
Yeah.
Chris
Well,
wants a
it
job.
does-
Sometimes you just think, like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
I know.
I could just be washing cars,
Yes.
watching them go through the little tunnel.
Yeah.
It does
Maybe
say
scrub a bug off every
minimum
once
of
in a
50
while.
hours a week. But who cares when you're clearing that kind of money for what you have to do for that money?
Like, there's no stress in that. None.
No.
You don't take it home with you.
Yeah, also that.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. So I'm standing there and I'm thinking, this is why I can't keep staff where I work, because
Yeah.
that person that just made the hot dog for us is making $16 an hour.
They didn't make the hot dog; they heated it up.
That's even worse.
I know. 'Cause there's no skill involved in that.
Oh.
There's no training.
We were watching the news this morning, and this guy was on there, and this is totally not related, but it is.
It's okay.
Because you
It's
said
what-
hot dogs.
It's what we do. We have like a stream of
He
consciousness
does.
going on.
He does.
Beaver.
Your entire Thanksgiving meal is in a sausage.
What? It's disgusting.
I know. He was like,
nasty.
they put it all through like the food processor, like the grinder
Wait, it's
attachment you
all
can put on your
together,
mixer.
or is it segmented?
It was all
Like a
together.
rainbow.
Everything goes through this, like the meat grinder on your
Gross.
food processor comes out
Into like a casing.
into like a thing, and then they take that and shove it into casings.
Oh my god, that's
So
disgusting.
it's like turkey and cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes and potatoes
Stuffing,
and green bean
gravy,
casserole.
all of it.
Why?
The whole thing.
Oh my
All
gosh.
shoved in there. I had no idea that was the thing, but they said it today on the news, and I was like, holy shit.
I think we need to order some of that and try it out on the podcast.
Yes.
Oh, God. All right, I'll have to look it up. I'll have to see.
Okay.
I'm sure they must have a link to it on the news or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure they
Yeah,
do.
it was on this
So
morning.
gross.
And it's all Tampa channels, too,
Right.
so it's got to be somewhere out there.
Because you're taking away, like, what would that even taste like?
Vomit. It's going to
can't
taste
even.
like vomit.
Yeah, it is.
Even our
it is.
dogs
Because
don't
that's what
eat.
happens when you vomit. It all comes up together.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But I saw
like a
it and I
big
was like,
poop
holy
casing.
shit. I didn't know that was a thing. It's a thing.
So gross.
It's like undigested.
And you said hot dogs, so that's what came to mind.
hot
And there
dogs.
you have it.
And there, yeah.
Turkey, gravy, cranberry, like
Proof
Oh,
that we
my
can
gosh.
talk about anything for hours.
yes.
Oh, mac and cheese, Ritz cracker situation.
Oh my gosh.
Worse than like a Willy Wonka bubblegum. At least there you could differentiate the
Well,
flavors.
it's one flavor.
Well,
It's-
yeah.
no,
but
but
I mean,
it goes
when
from-
she's like,
Well, I guess this would be one flavor
it's a
too.
steak and there's
Oh,
the mashed
right, right.
potatoes.
It
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah, with this it
No,
doesn't.
this is
It's
just
all
all
one.
It's all, everything is the flavor, everything, all at once.
I bet it's flavored
I'm curious.
Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm strangely curious.
I mean, I'm not going to buy a shit ton of it, but I will locate it
Don't get a case.
for our Christmas
no,
get
get
together.
like one little serving and then we
that
can.
would be funny.
Yeah, not a case.
No.
No way.
No, you'll be
gross.
throwing that out or looking this. I don't even think my dogs will eat that.
Oh, I bet the dogs would eat it.
Oh yeah, they'd lap that stuff up.
Probably would.
Milo,
Is that a
Chris was
cranberry
telling me that
taste?
he.
Essence of cranberry.
Chris was
It's
telling
like
me
a
that he
fine
walked
wine.
Milo down at the corner. Milo vomited, and they kept walking. So there was,
Did he come
back and
he
eat
came
it?
back. He came back, and it was gone. Something ate it.
So gross.
So dogs are not picky.
Love to do that. Cats don't do that. Cats puke and walk away and leave it for you.
Yeah. They do.
Dogs are like, mm,
No,
that was
they
good
do
first
more
time.
than just
Let's try
walk away.
it again.
They try to like cover it up.
Wasteful. Okay, so the worst is, all right, we're just going to go completely off here. We may want to edit this out, but nothing is worse. And this could probably relate with a cat too. Like you're laying in bed, it will wake you up out of a dead sleep is when you hear that retching sound. Oh, yeah. Is about to throw up. And it's like, oh my God, what can I grab? I have nothing.
Not
I have
on the
my-
carpet. That's what you're
carpet.
thinking.
Always.
And then
Not on the carpet.
You got tile everywhere, and you
Every
pick
time.
that 6x4 square.
Yeah, and then you're scooting an
rectangle,
80-pound
actually.
animal onto the tile, and then they
As
won't
they're
move.
leaving.
No, they don't want to move.
So then you
They-
go like this with your
They're
hands and you just cup
traumatized.
it.
I
Oh
don't do-
God,
I
no,
don't
no,
do
no,
that.
no,
You're a
no.
nurse. You can do that. I don't do
Yeah,
that.
that's a hard pass for me on that one.
Oh my Lord, have mercy! It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Chris is pretty sure the people that are there's like two houses down here outside of the apartment complex. The one kind of further away from us, they just got a little yip dog of some type and Chihuahua mix or something, and they just let it come and go from the house. Like it's
Oh,
not like on a
not
leash
leash,
or anything, which is kind of brave given
I
the
know, the
busyness
traffic.
of the roads
Yeah,
and stuff.
you
But
exactly.
he's like, I'm pretty sure it was that dog.
The dog's like, score.
Yeah.
Ground
And
score.
then he came up to his mom and was like, "I'm gonna kiss you all over."
Gross.
You know it did that. Puke breath.
Oh
Like, I
man.
got turkey dinner right here.
No, exactly. That's happened. when,
Turkey
like,
sausage.
the dog,
turkey
like-
dinner sausage.
You're hearing that retching noise, and by the time you get to it, right? So PJ will be there trying to, and I'm like, I'll go get the paper towels. I go to paper towels. I come back, and there's nothing there. I'm like, well, what happened?
They ate it.
The other
They
dog.
ate it.
They love that shit.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Like,
Oh my God,
They
you guys
love
are
that
making me
shit.
tear
It's
up.
like that commercial. I put that shit on everything. So gross. Oh. Okay, so we had an eventful week.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, let me plug Elf at Theater Winter Haven.
Oh, yes, let's talk about
yes,
that.
you
It
did go
was
see that.
So
You did
cute,
that.
and it totally put you in the Christmas spirit. It was really, really fun.
Oh,
And what I loved is they had a gazillion elves, and a lot of little ones, a lot of little kids that we
That's
were in
awesome.
Seuss with. But they found a way to work them in, like, to the whole story,
Oh, that's nice.
which was really cool. Like, they would be, pedestrians on the street or kids in a school. So it was really fun to see that.
good.
But
Yeah, I saw the cast photo for that. I was like,
Yeah.
that is a shit ton of
a
elves.
lot of elves.
Yeah.
A lot of them. But it was great. It was a
That's
lot of fun.
awesome.
Yeah. Great production. Highly recommend it.
Oh, I talked to Peach about that. I was like, we need to go see that because I think it's still going on. For
We
us.
Oh,
need to
yeah,
see
yeah.
that and the other one they've got going in their other theater. Every Christmas Story Ever Told.
Oh,
yes.
Ben is in that.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Ben
we have to
yes.
see it.
Ben Santos.
Oh,
amazing.
love you, Ben Santos.
I had to say it because we've done it a few times now.
I know.
We have, yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, so
We need to make
it
plans.
opens, I think that show opens the same weekend as our Rudolph show. So
Okay.
All right, so
we'll
maybe
have to
go
figure
see
it out. But I don't know how
Yeah,
many
we'll look at the
weekends it's going to
dates.
run. Yeah, we'll have to
Hopefully it
look.
runs one more weekend than we do, so we can go see it.
That would be optimal.
Yeah, 'cause we got
or if
Little
they have
Women
a
shoved
Thursday,
in there,
sometimes
too.
they do Thursday shows and
Yes,
stuff too.
Little
So
Women.
we'll have to see. Maybe we can do that. I know we've got Little Women coming up pretty
A
soon
lot
too.
going on.
It's busy. It's a busy season for theater.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And it's a great, even like a last minute hanging around, or you got family coming into town, and it's like, what am I going to do? You're going to have to entertain them. A lot
Yeah.
of times, if you're like our family, it's like, oh gosh, you don't want to sit around. And
Yeah.
So you want to go.
Not
take them to a
only can I
show.
entertain them, but I can also get wine.
And I don't have to talk to them for
And
two
I
and
don't
a half
have
hours.
Yes.
Because it's actually rude.
Perfect.